So thank you, and welcome to Minister McConalogue, and I suppose your proactive work. It feels strange being here in this house, considering we're in rings for most of the time, and actually it's funny, I suppose your colleagues here, it's all really the West, you're seeing an awful lot of comments and feedback, I think, from people from the West of Ireland, so it was very much appreciated, and I suppose taking into account the types of farming that we have in the West is really crucial. But Minister, you would have heard from so many families about, is there a future? Is there a future in agriculture? I mean, all of the marts we were in, you know, young people talking, their parents, their dads there with them or their mums. We want to say there is a future. There is a future. We're looking at really strong trade over the last while. I mean, they're talking about prices keeping up because everyone's going back to the restaurants now. We're going to see really good prices in beef over the next while. We know from Board Bia that they've hit like record exports in terms of agri-food, food and drinks. We're seeing that exports have grown to Africa by 12% here, like to Southeast Asia by 20%. It's so crucial that Board Bia are doing that job of increasing those exports for food and drinks, you know, and that's going to have an impact for our farmers as well. As Fine Gael spokesperson in research and innovation, my focus really, Minister, is how do we support farming families with technology to meet these targets? It's everything that we've been doing before. But just to speak to funding, Minister, maybe if you can, just Department of Agriculture to Teagasc, Walsh Fellowships, perhaps on Science Foundation Ireland. There's joint research programmes with a lot of our third-level universities, and now, for example, we've Mount Bellew Agricultural College, a university campus town as part of the New Atlantic Alliance, Minister, and it was agreed today in committee. The start date for that is the 1st of April this year. But there are so many young farmers, and you'll hear from Mount Bellew, who are innovating. It's grassland management, and it's reducing the use of fertiliser. It's about low-emission slurry spreading. They're learning new practices. They're able to tackle the challenges we have ahead of us, and they're going to lead the way, like so many of our farming families. I suppose, Minister, very important with renewable energy, how we're supporting farmers to use maybe solar panels, renewable energy in the farms, be able to feed back into the grid as well, how we're going to reduce costs or challenges that we have now, with fertiliser and fuel costs. And I suppose just in the last few minutes, just to acknowledge, Minister, the new head of organics within the Department of Agriculture. You know, that is really crucial that we're seeing that focus within the Department of Agriculture. The number of signpost farms in organic farming, how we're going to support families in rural areas to look at organic farming. And particularly for women coming through into farming, there's a real interest in organics and how we can develop that. Minister, I suppose just the Origin Green programme, I suppose, is really crucial, and maybe just, I don't know if you get a chance to answer some of those queries in your response, but just to acknowledge the work that has been done, but really just, Minister, at all times, there is such hope, I think, for farming families. We really have to get that across. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.